Yo, what's up? I'm Zach. Welcome back to my channel of RWBY Mythology. Today, I just want to discuss about this idea that crossed my mind, and that is Star Wars X RWBY. And before we continue on, make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, and turn on notification bell for more RWBY content. That shows and means a lot to me. If you guys want to see more RWBY content on this channel. For those people who may not know, or do know, that I am a hardcore fan of Star Wars, and I was like, wondering, like, how the hell would this work if RWBY and Star Wars within the, were in the same universe? Like, how the fuck that would work? But somehow, John Art, the Lord of Hunger, made it work. I think Star Wars and RWBY could make it work. It depends how the story you want to go with. It depends which era of Star Wars that you're gonna go with in general. And I was spoken to my good friend Crimson Hollow. We talked about this, and he believes that this, if I did like a crossover what if story or fan fiction that involves Star Wars X RWBY, then he believes that it should be in Star Wars Rebels, which I just don't see how would that work, because that's impossible. Because Star Wars is a spin-up. Star Wars Rebel is a animated show sending us to RWBY with all 8 volumes, where Rebels only had 4 seasons. And it would be so fucking difficult for me. And what else? And made the RWBY characters being the good guys and the bad guys. That's the difficult part. And the Team RWBYs were obviously interesting to discuss, but the Team Juniper was the difficult one. And I'm thinking about that these the RWBY X Star Wars should be in like the original trilogy or something like that. I honestly do not know. Or maybe Luke Skywalker's New Jedi Order, the Legends EU continuity, not the new canon. And I was thinking about, like, okay, how the hell will this work? And I was thinking about doing like a Team Stark in the prequel era, then get to the original trilogy with Team RWBY and all. And then if I did the new Legends EU era, that means I have to do the Team RWBY's Legacy era, which that would be interesting. Legacy of RWBY Legacy, that would be interesting. And yeah, here's the thing. The creators who did Team Stark Webtoon comics, they made 2 fan arts of Team Stark in Star Wars, and they plan on doing like a story behind it, like Summer Rose as a Jedi and Tai Yang as a smuggler. We honestly do not know how Crow and Raven will be, which I will get into that. And it was hard to me to say. I wanted to go in the Legacy era for the RWBY or the original trilogy era, but that would be pain in the ass. It depends how which era I want to choose if I did this fanfiction story. And I want to go over the Team RWBY and their origins as a whole, which is, I'm going to start with RWBY and Yang, since there are the first 2 children of Tai Yang. And of course, Yang would be still the first child, and again, Tai will be a smuggler, and Raven, since she's a tribe, and it got me thinking that she will be a Mandalorian. Basically, Mandalorian have their own tribe and also clan, so which makes a lot more sense to Raven than she should be part of the Mandalorian, which is called the Bronwyn clan, or the Bronwyn tribe, which that would still be called. And Raven is of pure blood Mandalorian, so basically that makes Yang as a have a Mandalorian blood in her because of her mother. So people think that Yang, even Crimson Hollow thinks that Yang should be a Mandalorian, but she be like a smuggler like her father. And she does learn Mandalorian fighting skills from her uncle, Crow, because Crow is also part of the tribe of the Brahmin tribe, the Mandalorians, because, well, Crow is also a Mandalorian, and later on became a smuggler. Even Hollow was like questioned about, wait, why the, hello? Crow drinks a lot? Which makes so much sense for him to be a smuggler right after being a Mandalorian. And so yeah, that would make so much sense. And Ruby, obviously, that her mother is a Jedi and Ty is a smuggler, and Ruby is the only one as a Force sensitive right after Summer Rose. Yang, no, she will be not a Force sensitive, because it would just be weird for her to be Force sensitive for Yang. So Ruby would be the only one with a Force sensitive as a whole. And let me think. And Ruby, when she learns about that she is a Force sensitive, Ty is scared that if the whoever threats which era I choose, like the Empire, if I chose the original trilogy in the like before the original trilogy, when the Empire still exists, Ty would be scared shitless, because if any of the Empire discovered that his daughter is Force sensitive, they will try to kill her along with him and Yang, or they will take Yang away from Tai and kill him and Yang because she is Force sensitive. So basically that will make him scared, and Ruby learned the story of her mother that she was a Jedi, and Ruby wants to become like her. But Ty refused that because, well, Summer Rose was one of the survivor Jedi during the Order 66, and she had her own legions of clones, which is the, I'm trying to think a good number of the name of the legion. The 501st, I would say 401st Legion, aka the Silver Legion, because, well, her lightsaber is silver, and her eye are also silver, which makes so much sense. Makes so much sense. God, I can't even get the word right. And they later on, when Execute Order 66 occurred, she managed to survive by taking out her legions one by one. And she actually cared for these clones, and she looked up to them more than soldiers, like brothers and families. But seeing them turn against them, it was heartbroken. So she exiled herself to the planet of her home planet, which will be, I would say Naboo, because I feel like Naboo, no way, I would say Dantooine will be her home planet, her birth planet, the birth that she was born in. And until the Empire discovered there is a Jedi survivor, and Vader showed up, and Vader killed Summer Rose. And Vader literally respects Summer Rose as a true Jedi. Because why Vader said that? because she's followed the will of the Force than the Jedi Code and how the Jedi are. So basically, she's kind of like Qui-Gon Jinn. But as a... No, she's like Qui-Gon Jinn because she actually respects Qui-Gon. And not only that, she's like, which Jedi that I... What Jedi she could be related to? Reference to, Matrix Surik? Barra Shen? Or Satil Shen? I'm somewhere between that. I think I was... No, Basila. She's like Basila, because she followed the will of the Force, not the Jedi Code. And she knows the Jedi lost their way. So that's the reason why. That's the reason why Vader respect Summer as a true warrior, a true Jedi. And, what else? I think that's a bit summering. But until later on, Ruby does get trained as a Jedi by, I would say, Ahsoka Tano. Because, who else? Because Luke was still young. If I go with the Rebel version where the Empire still take over, it would definitely be Ahsoka. And she does have a close friend with Ty, and she knows about Summer Rose. And, yeah. Basically. And Luke was still young, so yeah. And then now I'm gonna get to Blake and Weiss. I guess I went over with Ruby and Yang too damn long. I think I should go over with Blake and Weiss. Blake and Weiss, they're part of the Empire. They're gonna be the enemies, but then later on they might turn good. Because we'll just say Atlas is the name of the planet. Let's say there's a planet called Atlas. And there is a kingdom that they named right after the name of the planet. The planet is let's just say the planet is kinda like similar to the oh shit, I lost my train of thought. You know that Starkiller base? Well, let's just say replace the machinery thing and just be the actual planet. Yeah. That will be the name of the planet called Atlas, and they name their kingdom Atlas and the city called Mantle. And it's surrounded by Atlas militaries with humans and drones. And mecha. And the Empire the Empire wanted to take over and negotiate with the Atlas militaries, but the Atlas refused because they rather die and rather not have the Empire take over. But sadly, even though the Atlas would win against the Empire, they put up a decent fight. Let's just say the fight between the Atlas military, I would say the Atlas rebellion against the Empire, the war between them has been going over almost a half a year. So basically, planet Atlas has been going in war for the past half a year. Until the Empire, until General Ironwood, the leader of the Atlas military, made a negotiation with one of the admirals, which is Moff Tarkin, because... Oh, no, wait, actually, no. Let me rewind that. Ironwood negotiated to surrender because Grand Admiral Thrawn was involved. Yeah, that's the reason why the war been going on for the past almost half a year. Ironwood is no pushover. He is smart, not dumb. So he will find a way to keep on fighting Atlas no matter what. But Thrawn Well, actually, no. Yeah, I said it wrong. Thrawn wants to negotiate with Ironwood to not have not any more bloodshed, which Ironwood agreed, and the Empire has Atlas under their rule. So basically, the Atlas military are now allied with the Empire. So basically, the Atlas military soldiers have became stormtroopers, and the drones were disabled, and the General Underwood has been promoted to be Emerald Underwood, and Winter became General, and the Asa became no. Well, I'm still gonna keep the word the Aesops, which that makes so much better. And Weiss has been born since the war, like during the almost half a year of war, because now the Empire took over Atlas. That means they have the Schnee Dust Company in their hand. When Weiss grew up, she was sent to Imperial Academy when she was the age of similar age in the first volume of RWBY. And her skilled as a fighter and skilled as a being a smart, she became imperial officer, but not just a imperial officer, a grand admiral, imperial officer. Yeah, she is so smart, really good, intelligent, and Thrawn took her under her wing. And no, I said it right, under his wing, and that's how Weiss became Grand Imperial Officer, and someone that Thrawn could trust Weiss. And Weiss is skilled as a fighter with the same sword that she had. Yes, Weiss still gonna have the same sword as usual. And Yang will still have the shotgun gauntlet, but it would be a blaster gauntlet. And Ruby will not have the lightsaber scythe. No. I only see Ruby wielding, she will have the same lightsaber like her mother. Is a lightsaber that could be anything, like a spear lightsaber, a dual wielding, and a double bladed. That's basically what Ruby lightsaber skill will be. So basically, yeah. So basically that's the origin about Weiss. Blake, she's gonna be the Inquisitor. A dark acolyte. I would just say, no, an Inquisitor. I was right. I actually would still have the Inquisitor to be involved. And Blake is, let's just say, her personality is still the same in the original. She fought alongside with the White Fang. Same goes with Adam. Until later on, she left the White Fang and Adam because she wants to redeem herself for the things she has done. So basically, her story and personality is still the same. She is loyal to the Empire. She's in the Inquisitor, and then later on she left the Empire and she wants to redeem herself for the things she has done. And Adam, he's also an Inquisitor. Same goes to Ilya. Basically, they are Inquisitors. And who else gonna be an Inquisitor? I don't know if I mentioned anyone else. Oh wait, and also Blake was taken by the Empire when she was just a little girl. And after that, she did not remember her parents because they were killed. And yeah, basically what it is. And the outfit that you see right now, that's what Blake is gonna look like. And she does betray the Empire because she saw how the Empire are fully corrupted, same goes for Weiss. She will realize that, yeah, the Empires are evil as fuck. And then later on they redeem themselves. They actually might come across Ruby and Yang. No, actually I take that back. That Ruby gets trained by Ahsoka. I take that back. Since Blake has more experience about how to use the Force and how to use lightsaber, Blake will be Ruby's mentor because she has more experience than Ruby, which makes so much sense. I'm a fucking idiot. So yeah, that's basically what it is. And another thing I want to bring up, if I do this story, Ozpin and Salem would not be involved because it would just make no sense to have them involved. Now you're gonna be thinking, what about the villains? Roman and Neo, they're gonna be smugglers. No, they're not gonna be smugglers. They're gonna be like a gang members, obviously. Emerald and Mercury. Mercury, I could see him being an assassin or mercenary. Same goes to Emerald. Cinder, I definitely see her being another Emperor's hand, just like Mara Jade. So basically, Emperor would have two acolyte in his side, which is Mara Jade and Cinder, the Emperor's hands. So, yeah, which makes so much sense. And Cinder's personality is still the same because she will respect the Emperor no matter what, but she will not listen to Vader. And let's just say there will be like a bit of rivalry between Mara, Cinder, and Vader because especially Mara and Cinder, because they want to see who should truly be Palpatine's true apprentice than Vader. Because they want to be the apprentice of Palpatine because they felt they were worthy. And also, one thing, the relics, the maidens, do not exist if I do this. What else? And there's a other character. Oh yeah, I forgot. Team Jennifer. John and Pura, obviously, Jedi. They have to be a Jedi. And Ren and Nora, ooh. That's a tough one. That really is a tough one. Like, they've been stranded and abandoned since they lost their home village. So, if I had to say, I would say smugglers and mercenaries between them two. I cannot say. I really do not. I really, and that is difficult. I really cannot tell. But, yeah, I think that's it. Oh wait, Watts? I definitely see him be part of the Empire. Hazel, I think Hazel will not be involved. Tyrion, he would just still be. No, Tyrion will be locked away because all this being killing a lot of people. So Tyrion will be Tyrion, but he will be locked away. Who else will be involved? I think I would not add Team Sun in this because I just don't see no reason for it. Same goes with Team Coffee because I just don't see them being involved in this as well. Because I really don't in general. But anyway, this video gone a little bit too long. But who knows? If I actually do this, I might have to put in the vote about which era that you guys want to see. Before the original trilogy, during in the original trilogy, or during in the Legends EU era. That means I have to make... Oh wow, I think I might have to keep it the same. Yeah, pretty much. But that's up to y'all. It's Star Wars. Both Star Wars and RWBY are a huge, huge world to make a story. And it really is a huge world. And I'm gonna try my best not to add in so many familiar Star Wars characters in this story if I have to. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Links to my other channels, my social media, my Discord server. All that will be down below. It's good. You guys know the drill. Again, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. RWBY is love. RWBY is life. Keep moving forward. May the force be with you always, and I'll see you guys later.